All right, yo, what's going on, everybody? We're back with some more Honkai content. We're going to be checking out all of the Myriad Celestia trailers, but first we're going to be checking out a few of the animated shorts that I missed. I think I got all of them now, from the ones I'm missing. I think one of them, I don't know if all three of them are. I think I just added one more that I thought was an animated short, but it might be something else, but I'm pretty sure it's an animated short, so just let me know. But I think I've got all of them now. This is going to be probably part 1 of 2 for the Myriad Celestia trailers. And then after this, I guess we'll do the version trailers or something. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also consider checking out the Patreon. My 100 meters movie reaction should already be up by now. One of the best movies I've seen. So go ahead and check it out if you're interested. Bro, I really recommend that movie. It's one of my favorite movies, man. But without any further ado, let's go. Okay, the first animated short is Sweet Dreams Curtain Call. The great Tatalov salutes you. Go.
Look, this show has come to a close. A perfect ending. But you're still not completely satisfied, are you?
We just started.
After all, there's still someone who hasn't answered yet.
Why does life slumber? I think it's because they're afraid to wake up from the dream.
All because we are not ready for the final rest.
This is the Firefly.
So you can definitely understand why we want to be prepared.
Who is right? I don't know. On Penacony's grand
A lot of
stage,
different characters.
everyone sees themselves as the main character. So I took action. The more protagonists in this drama, the better. Since the show has to end,
This is Sparkle,
what's
right?
the difference between those on stage and
The
those
voice, I mean.
below? Why not stand in the spotlight and watch the drama from the best seat?
It sounds like Sparkle.
Unfold around you.
That's Robin.
I've done more than just this. Look, I've sent these little buttons far and wide.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And tried my best to bring each of you onto the stage. I hope they'll set off a climax even
It's like-
I couldn't imagine.
That's Sparkle for sure. This is probably for like a
What
Honkai
kind of waves you can make?
event.
Since the show has to end, why not let the audience become the ultimate protagonists?
We got the female MC and Robin, I believe.
Why does life slumber? The answer is not important. There's no need to be so serious.
Okay, Joker.
The end isn't
That was definitely a
just about
reference.
being happy. To you, my dear audience,
The song is
dedicate
beautiful.
this performance. I wonder, did it bring a little more elation into your lives?
Always elation.
Don't sleep too soundly tonight.
I'm gonna kill you. That type of vibe. One thing I had to say is during this part, when they showed Robin and they immediately showed Black Swan afterwards, I really saw the similarities between the two. So I wonder if there's some like deeper connection, or they just have like a similar design. They just have like where was it?
And it just about sir is not.
It was right here.
Does life slumber?
Look,
The
and they
answer
showed
is
her. Like, they look so similar right there. They look so similar. No one can tell me otherwise. That was really cool. I really like the live action stuff that they added in. That was probably footage from like an actual Honkai event that they weaved into this stuff. Maybe like a Honkai concert. Maybe that's the type of thing. And they're all like pressing this button, which I don't know what the meaning of that is. She has the same thing. Is it like to like showcase your support like at a idol concert or something for this world? And that's because you know how like usual idols, they have like glow sticks and stuff like that, and you like have like different colors for different idols, you know. So I wonder if that's like something similar, even though there's only one performer on stage. I wonder if it's like something similar. But either way, I really enjoyed that one. Let's move on. This next one is Honkai Star Rail concert animated commercial, filming in progress. Go. I love the MC's design. I've said it before, 53. I said it before, but the main character's design reminds me of Yu Narukami from Persona 4 Golden. It just every time I see him, I just think of you. Cool. I like his design a lot. 43, go. That's Dr. Ratio. Wait, hold on. 59. Is she obsessed with him? She's a simp for Dr. Ratio. Gotcha. 56. Go. Is that Sunday? Let's move on. Okay, this is the last animated short. Then we're going to be moving on to the Myriad Celestia trailers. A moment among the stars, the destiny of each new dawn. Go. This is completely different. Hold on.
This cruel flame chase journey has made me abandon my fantasies. The future is not a paradise with a gentle west wind, waiting for us to step in.
Is this Nanook? I assume not. It's probably like one of his guys though. Is that Nanook?
If what lies ahead is a mass of chaos, I will tear it apart. Then usher in the first ray of blazing sunlight.
That's so sick, bro. That's so sick.
This journey, me abandon fantasies.
Flame Chase Journey.
The future is not a paradise with a gentle west wind, waiting for us to step in.
Go back for a second. What is that on his? Alright.
The future is not a paradise with a gentle west wind, waiting for us to step in.
The animation is so crazy. I love the choreography.
If what lies ahead is a mass of chaos, I will tear it apart. Then usher in the first ray of blazing sunlight.
Cool. Okay, so for these Myriad Celestia trailers, I made my own playlist and I made sure to include all of the golden epic trailers that were like missing from other playlists and the one that you guys told me to add. So let me know if I'm missing any from this playlist because this is gonna be part 1 of 2. So yeah, just let me know if I'm missing any and then I'll add them in the next part, but I think I'll have all of them in this one. All right, this first one is Myriad Celestia trailer, Fables About the Stars, part 1. Go.
Let's make an exchange, shall we? An exchange of memories.
I know who this is. Black
I dreamed
Swan.
of a ray of light, of a crystal chalice.
Part of the Garden of Recollection, right?
The light that shone from that crystal spoke to me. Listen to the parable of the stars. The nameless one, the pathless one, arrived from the edge of the wilderness, clad in stellar radiance.
Talking about us?
Go now, march unwaveringly into solar wind. At the end, you will return to my embrace, but march towards the light.
Nanook, the destruction.
Yet that light began to burn, piercing through the clouds as a golden death. Towers crumbled, and the people fled, for the sun was soon to set and meet with vicious destruction. But be not dismayed, O child of
Land the hunt. The different gods, right?
To purge the wicked abominations. You must follow the traces left behind in the storm's wake.
Erudition.
The Celestial and guards.
I'm gonna go back and read all that stuff.
Blotting out the roots that connect all things. But they are silent, like a shroud of mist at the center of the universe. Listen to the silence, and you will know where the stars are resting. Let your staff strike
Yaoshi,
the earth, they say.
the abundance.
Once and again. The tender sprouts will grow to the sky, and the dew that falls from their branches will rid you of sickness and poison. Blindfold your eyes, they say, that the approaching darkness may strike no fear in you. Let it not burden your soul, nor numb your stride. Push open the majestic gates, they say, and lift up the
preservation.
Read them aloud. Let the fire that forged the bricks and the ones that laid the walls' foundations be known.
Zype the harmony.
Then they say, oh, you who have reached the end, enter into the paradise that envelops all. Join this great choir and feast. Listen to the beating of billions upon billions of hearts, holding you in their embrace.
Look upon the courtesan's extravagance.
The elation, the veracity.
Listen to the infant in the mirror, the waves as they enter the dream, the tipping of the balance, the shapeless prince, and finally, measure the world against yourself, and take all such things to heart. This is the path you should walk, they say. Machiavelli, depart once more. Machiavelli. Countless shooting stars streak the sky tonight. Should you choose the right one, it will carry your wish to thousands of distant worlds.
Okay, that was very lore heavy. I need to rewatch that one. I want to rewatch that one. I'm gonna pause during all that. I'm gonna see all the different names that they threw out and trying to catch the deeper meanings behind what she is talking about. So
Let's make an exchange, shall we?
make an exchange.
An exchange.
So first and foremost, who is she talking to right now? Well, I don't really have any way of knowing that. This might just be for the trailer, but she's, as you guys told me, she's part of the Garden of Recollection, something to do with memories, right? So she's, I wonder what her, like, what is their end? What is their end goal?
Memories.
8.
I dreamed of a ray of light, of a crystal chalice.
Light.
The light that shone from that crystal spoke to me. Listen to the parable of the stars. The nameless one, the pathless.
I wonder if, when she was talking about at the end, choose your
The sky. Countless shooting stars.
When she's talking about countless shooting stars, is she like referring to these pads, right? Because y'all told me what the pads were, but there's a lot of different people that.
Let's make an exchange.
All right, let me just rewatch this again.
Of a ray of light, of a crystal chalice. Listen to the parable of the stars. The nameless one.
Nameless one, pathless one.
Arrived from the edge of the wilderness, clad in stellar radiance. Go now, march unwaveringly into solar wind. At the end, you will return to my embrace, but march towards the light.
So we got Nanook, right? This is the good dude, obviously. Finano's fighting. At the universe's core lies a flame. It burns ever so intensely, till entire galaxies are incinerated for the sole purpose of embracing a splendid destruction at the end of all reality. Wow. It'd be so poetic when they be saying this stuff. It's like, these are actual gods, right? Gods of destruction. So now I'm interested in what his lore is, and all of these people, and how much power does Black Swan have? She's part of the Garden of Recollection, but I wonder like, how did she get there? How did she become part of that? Yeah. 25. Go.
Yet that light began to burn, piercing through the clouds as a golden death. Towers crumbled, and the people fled, for the sun was soon
She probably
to
leads
set
it, right?
and meet
She probably is
with
the leader.
vicious destruction. But be not
Okay, now next we have.
dismayed.
Okay, sorry. Next we have Land the Hunt. In the first, I can't even see what that year says. In the first something year, the learners struggle for the arrival in the 10,000 years. The hunters fight out of something. The third, bro, I can't even see, because I think they're hiding it on purpose, right? Just to like hide the lore or whatever. Become the purpose itself, something, I don't know. Something 10,000 years ago, the hunters fight out of something.
Dismayed, O child of the world. The Luck's arrow will descend to purge the wicked abominations. You must follow the traces left.
So is he like a good, or are they like a good?
O child, people fled, but be not dismayed, O child of the world. The Luck's arrow will descend
The Luck's
to purge
arrow.
the wicked abominations. You must follow the traces left behind in the storm's wake.
Okay, now we see this guy, and it's interesting because if we go back, Nanook had the yellow one, and this dude had a blue one, and I wonder why they have like specific. It feels like, because they didn't just do that accidentally, right? Because they had yellow and then they went blue randomly, and then they went back to like the I mean like the yellow type of like background, you know, like the color. So I wonder if that's meant to like signify maybe like what side they're on, what type of person they are. Let's read. New, new means we though. I don't know if it's nous or nous, because that's the French name word. Nous means we. So then the erudition. If the truth of the universe is cruel and stale, would you still yearn for the answer? The knowledge seeker is impassive, for then core has been cold and unwavering since its birth, as cold as the end of the path they seek. Hold on, I want to search something up. Right. They're paths. I was just trying to search up the meaning of paths. So paths, I know you guys told me, but they're imaginary energy created by eons. Eons. It's aeons, right? Eons. Representing philosophies that dictate a character's gameplay role. Okay, gotcha. And I just wanted to search something else. Okay, erudition means knowledge. Okay, I was just trying to search that up.
The
120.
Celestial One guards
Celestial One guards their
their
secrets,
secrets, plotting out the roots
calling out the roots that
that
connect all.
connect all.
Okay, so okay. I'm kind of getting a inkling of what they're showing us right here. I think these are just the different people that have this path. Fables about the stars. Okay, I think that's what it is. I think they're just showing us, aside from like Nanook and like the God of Destruction, I think they're just showing us. I think this is one of the paths you can take,
Celestial One guards
or you can
their
have,
secrets, plotting
like,
out
and they're showing us all these scholars who have had this path,
the
right?
roots that connect all things.
Who have taken this path, I mean.
But they are silent, like a shroud of mist at the center
And who is this?
of the universe. Listen to the silence, and you will know where the stars are resting. Let your staff strike.
Yaoshi the Abundance. She feels sad for eternal life did not let her accumulate infinite wisdom. Instead, those she had once cherished faded into obscurity over time, never to return.
The earth, they say, once and again. The tender sprouts will grow to the sky, and the earth,
Back.
they say.
But she said everyone died around her and she was not able to acquire all the knowledge she had wanted.
Let your staff strike the earth, they say.
So she's kind of like greed, I guess you could say. Greed because she does not want everything, maybe.
Once and again.
I'm like a kid now.
Tender sprouts will grow to the sky, and the
From
dew that
ReZero.
falls from their branches will rid you of sickness and poison.
She has a really cool design. I really like her design. She has like multiple arms, like 6 arms. And like eyes. This is sick. I like her design a lot. She has a really cool design.
Blindfold your eyes.
Ix, maybe? The nihility. Nihility means like, you know, don't believe in it, or like like, you know, you don't like a very pessimistic view of the world and like God, like, you know, like Nietzsche type of thing, you know. Was he a nihilist? I don't know, that's a whole other discussion, but I don't know too much about that. But all progress toward the void, all resist the void, all will become the void. Okay.
They say that the approaching darkness may strike no fear in you. Let it not burden your soul.
Burden.
No,
I like how the way she said
your
that.
stride.
So that's
Fresh
Ix.
open
I wonder if that's Ix. I don't know if that's how you say it. It could be like, you know, IX, like, you know, like the Roman numerals, but I think it's Ix. But it kind of is that similar to Nyx? You know, Nyx, because isn't Nyx like something else? Like I mainly remember him from like Persona and stuff, but isn't he like an actual god of something, or he's like meant to represent some like calamity, right? In like some sort of mythology. Let me know about that.
open the majestic gates, they say.
And then this again, Clippeth. I don't know how you say. I never knew how to say this name. But I remember this also from Persona 5 too. And he's probably like some like the preservation, the philosopher, is that philosophers? Yeah, I think that's philosophers gaze up at the sky, contemplating civilizations.
Lift up
Why does that sound? Why does that look like an A? Civilization's ultimate goal: build.
Push open the majestic gates, they say.
Build a wall. Bro, relax. The rings within.
Lift up the tablets of lapis.
Something.
Read them aloud. Let the fire that forged the bricks and the ones that laid the walls' foundations be known.
Be known. Jipe. The harmony. Behold, a perfect home. No sorrows, no disobedience. So longings unfulfilled. No memories. No memories, all agony, how enviable,
Then
I think.
they say, oh, you who have reached the end, enter into the paradise that envelops all. Join this great choir and feast. Listen to the beating of billions upon billions of hearts, holding you in their embrace.
Look upon the courtesan's extravagance.
Okay, I wanted to read this too. Hedonism, the elation,
The mariner.
the veracity, the mariner's temperance, gluttony,
Listen to the infant in the mirror. The waves
the beauty, the wing, the waves as they enter the
as they
dream.
enter the dream. The tipping of the balance. The shape.
So this is like all different parts of like memories, because you're talking about
The waves
enter the
as
dream,
they enter
conscious.
the dream. The tipping of the balance. The shapeless prince. And finally, measure the world against yourself. And
What is that meant to be?
prince. And finally, measure
This, it looks like we're looking at like this person. That's, I think that's Black Swan right there. That's meant to be her, because like the hood that she wears and stuff. And then this behind her, what the heck? It looks like a flower.
the world against
And then this, what is that meant to be? That's like
yourself.
meant to represent like the different ads, maybe.
And take all such things to heart.
That's the
This
that's
is
the
the
express,
path you should
the Astral
walk,
Express.
They say. Machiavelli, depart.
Or that could be like the different planets, maybe.
They say. Machiavelli, depart.
Machiavelli.
Once more. Machiavelli.
Okay, Machiavelli just means trailblazer. Okay.
You should
Hold on.
walk. They say. Machiavelli, depart once more. Machiavelli. Countless shooting stars streak.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking like the thing that we saw before, the thing with the group of lines. I was thinking that was this, because they look, it's like the paths, different stars, you know.
The sky tonight. Should you choose the right one, it will carry your wish to thousands of distant worlds.
Okay. Let's move on to the next. This next one is Myriad Celestia trailer, history of the Xianzhou 7 Arbiter-Generals. We know about these guys. Let's go.
I regret to admit it, but the Xianzhou have very few legends.
Xianzhou.
For what room is there to create?
What did you say?
Have very few legends.
5, go.
For what room is there to create legends among those who do not die?
Okay.
But there is
So they
one
don't.
distant legend
They're all.
that
So they're all straight up just immortal. They don't die. There's one distant legend.
can
Okay.
still
we can
be
go.
recounted. The story of the Cloud Knight Generals. It began 8,000 years ago,
Okay.
when the Emperor of
8,000.
an ancient kingdom yearned for
Wait, we've heard Cloud Knight before. We've heard that. We've heard that somewhere. Cloud Knight. Someone was called that, the Cloud Knight. general. Who was it? 8,000 years ago. Okay. 17, go.
Story of the Cloud Knight Generals. It began 8,000 years ago.
Or is that just like all their so okay, that I think that's just all their names. I think that's what they're just called, the Cloud Knight Generals. That's just another name for them, perhaps.
That can
14,
still
go.
be recounted. The story of the Cloud Knight Generals. It began 8,000 years ago, when the emperor of an ancient kingdom yearned for both legacy and immortality. He sent our Xianzhou ancestors into the astral seas. And through the boundless stellar reaches sailed great ships in isolation softly veiled. After voyaging 2,000 years,
Black
the ships
Swan.
discovered traces of the divine.
Okay.
The plague's author revealed themselves and offered an immeasurable lifespan. But the blessing was a curse.
Okay, hold on. They talk about this, the way that they're doing this, like this trailer, by the way, like with the art and then they're showing the narration too. It kind of reminds me of Avatar, you know, with like this just like the storytelling of it and like the art of it. You know, it just looks like very cool. But the ships discover the traces of the divine.
The plague's author revealed them.
The plague's author, what does that mean? Because they talked about, you know, they talked about that in the last one. They said something about like and when they were showing the one with like the 6 arms, they said something about I don't know if it was necessarily plague or like illness or something. I think that was just like referring to like what you can like gain just from immortality. But so is she the one that gifted them this power, or was like an ancestor of Black Swan? I wouldn't be surprised if it was her. I'm gonna just assume it is her because, you know, every single character that I've seen, bro, they like lived like a million years. So I'm assuming that she might be the one that's gifted them this power. And I was actually thinking that in the last one, like, what if she was the one that kind of gave them this immortality, or like, you know, not gave them, but like gave these people like their pads, like their chosen pads. But she also has like cards, right? Which I assumed before finding out about, you know, the whole pads system or like the power system in general. I was thinking, like, what if she was the one? Like, why does she have those cards? Like, they obviously mean something, right? So I wonder if she like plays a part in like giving people like their chosen pads that they take, right? And like their powers, perhaps. She definitely seems to be right here. She gave the ancestors of the Xianzhou immortality. So she kind of created like how like made them as powerful as they are now. And I wonder if the ancestor, how does the Xianzhou pick their successors? Like, how do they pick? Like, is it just like people born that are part of the Xianzhou, or can any? Nah, I assume like maybe you might have to be born with it, or like how does that work? Like, is it like, does it get passed down, or is it just like you have to prove yourself? Like, I mean, like in terms of like the immortality. I guess like I think everyone actually might be immortal. I think it might be that like all the people part of the Xianzhou might be immortal, or it might just be the Arbiter-Generals. I'm not sure, but so 8,000 years ago, the emperor of an ancient kingdom yearned for both legacy and immortality. Okay, let's go back to 21. Go.
Began 8,000 years ago.
23. Go.
When the emperor of an ancient kingdom yearned for both legacy and immortality. He sent our Xianzhou ancestors into the astral seas.
Okay.
And
I think
through the boundless stellar reaches sailed great ships in isolation softly veiled.
And it's also cool how they use different modes of transportation, because we saw the Astral Express, right? That was a train, but now we're seeing like how they're using like ships and boats and stuff. It's cool. 36, go.
And through the boundless stellar reaches sailed.
Move back to 24. Go.
When the Emperor of an ancient kingdom yearned for both legacy and immortality, he sent our Xianzhou ancestors into the astral seas.
Xianzhou.
And through the boundless stellar reaches sailed great ships in isolation softly veiled. After voyaging 2,000 years, the ships discovered traces of the divine.
Kind of like, okay, so 8,000 years ago, they traveled for 2,000 years, bro? What the hell? I mean, it makes sense. They're traveling through space, so they probably came from like a distant galaxy or whatever. Like, they came from long away, or like, I don't know, however many like kilometers they had to travel, from like however far their planet was. They traveled for 2,000 years and finally found Black Swan. 47, go.
Years, the ships discovered traces of the divine. The plague's author revealed themselves and offered an immeasurable lifespan. But the blessing was a curse.
How so?
Those who exceeded their lifespan became the deathless doom. And thus the Alliance's long and peaceful years were lost in sickness, treachery, blood, and tears.
Okay, so they lost themselves as a result of gaining this immortality or immeasurable lifespan. And I think these were the very same knights that we saw in the trailers with Finon and his master. I think these are the very same knights right there. And I think the situation was Finon, or not Finon, my bad. I think it was Jing Yuan. I think the situation when Jing Yuan had to like maybe fight his master was maybe because someone I'm not sure. Okay, considering this was 2,000 years ago, this might be something else, but either way they lost themselves to doom. What is it called?
And thus the Alliance's long
121.
and peaceful years
Alliance.
were lost in sickness, treachery, blood, and tears.
So we've heard of the Alliance before. Again, just words here and there. And I think that just like the Alliance of like different planets and stuff. That's what it is. 119, go.
And thus the Alliance's long and peaceful years were lost in sickness, treachery, blood, and tears. At the very precipice of the Xianzhou's existence,
there we go.
Rainbow Arbiter
the Rainbow Arbiter. Oh, so he's an Arbiter-General. The Rainbow Arbiter. This guy looks pretty epic, bro. Damn. He's like, what do you call that thing? What do you call it? Whatever it is. 120, like the mix of an animal and like a human. Minotaur? Is that what it is? Whatever. 122, go.
Were lost in sickness, treachery, blood, and tears. At the very precipice of the Xianzhou's existence,
so he was the goat.
Rainbow Arbiter descended and redeemed the crumbling Alliance.
Okay.
For the next 5,000 years, the Alliance voyaged the...
So, the Alliance is that's pretty sick though, but this dude, the Rainbow Arbiter, he was like the goat of the Xianzhou. And I wonder, now they're talking about the Alliance, I wonder if the Alliance is between the Xianzhou's people, because they're like the they're like the explorers, right? They came, and then there's obviously people already living here. So I wonder if that's what refers to the Alliance, just the alliance of those two groups. Or is it just referring to the Xianzhou? Because if so, I was gonna say, if so, why would the people that are already living here go with them? But obviously, there's obviously destruction and chaos, so it would make sense. But I think that's what it is. I think it is the Xianzhou and the people already living here. 130, go.
At the very precipice of the Xianzhou's existence, the
Xianzhou.
Rainbow Arbiter descended and redeemed the crumbling Alliance. For the next 5,000 years, the Alliance voyaged the vast cosmos, purifying the universe under divine mandate.
Divine mandate. Divine mandate. What is that? What? Under a divine mandate. Divine mandate as in the search for immortality, because he already got that. Or divine mandate as maybe like the Black Swan said, you know, giving them the powers for the next 5. So this is like 1,000 years ago from the present. I was keeping track of the years. It was 8,000 to 6,000. It went 2,000 years, and then 6,000 to 1,000, 5,000 years. Okay, 141, go.
For the next 5,000 years, the Alliance voyaged the vast cosmos, purifying...
Hold on, actually. I actually want to see this person. See this person. Because we can't see their face. But it almost kind of makes me want to recall Jing Yuan's master. Because she had... Didn't she not have, like, blue hair? Maybe something there. Because she was a legend, wasn't she? She was Jing Yuan's master, and they said that among the Xianzhou that there were very few legends. So if you're a legend, you're a big deal, you know. And I'm assuming the Arbiter-Generals, even amongst them, maybe there aren't that many legends, or they're all counted as legends, and that's why they had the title of Arbiter-General. But I think Jing Yuan was one of them, and then Ogo Xianfu or something like that, or his partner, the one that he was with, was one of them too. But this person right here, 137, go.
And redeemed the crumbling Alliance.
So he saved,
For the next
the world.
5,000 years, the Alliance voyaged the vast cosmos, purifying the universe under divine mandate.
Purifying.
Heading the...
Okay, purifying. So purifying the divine. Okay, a lot of things that I'm obviously missing because I don't know the lore, but it makes it guessing it like 100 times more interesting because I don't know shit. 146, go.
Purifying the universe under divine mandate. Heading the 6 ships were the vanguards of the hunt, the 7 Arbiter-Generals.
Okay. 7 Arbiters. So they already had the 7 Arbiter-Generals by this point, and I'm guessing the goat was obviously what's the name again? The Rainbow Arbiter. Pretty cool. The hunt, by the way. Okay. 149. Cool.
Mandate. Heading the 6 ships were the vanguards of the hunt, the 7 Arbiter-Generals.
The 7 Arbiter-Generals.
Behold at the Marshal's side, 6 generals of renown.
Marshal, Rainbow.
Fierce and swift is Fyxestroll.
Okay, so these are the same people. Okay, so I got my question answered right there. They are the same people. Because, yeah, these people live like 3,573,469.33 years. Merlin's Claw, I remember that. Fyxestroll. I like that they're giving us a refresher and showing us all of them. I like this. Fierce and swift. Okay, 202. Go. Go for it.
Fierce and swift is Fyxestroll, the Merlin's Claw.
Merlin's Claw. Why Merlin?
Strong and righteous is Huayan, the
Flaming Heart. The Zooming.
Cautious and sophisticated
Yao
is
Guang.
Yao Guang, the seer's strategist.
The Yuke.
Mighty and powerful is Xuan, the
Xuan.
Sage Queller.
I don't know what that means.
Mysterious and fair is Yawu,
Ooh,
the Patina Justice.
Patina Justice, the nonchalant one. That might be her.
Wise and brave is Jing Yuan, the divine foresight. The 7 Arbiter-Generals wield extraordinary powers. Intelligent and visionary
I saw that.
Jing Yuan of the Law Fu is admired by friends and very
Yeah, I saw that in Jing Yuan's trailer. I remember that. His Susano 258 though.
extraordinary powers. Intelligent and visionary Jing Yuan of the Law Fu is admired by friends and feared by foes. With skillful sleight of hand, the trap was set. The Borsons soon, with crushing loss, were met.
The Borisons? That's
An
Aura.
army must be of one heart and mind, where skillful sleight of hand is little use. The Cloud Knights entrusted their lives to me. I shall not fail them.
Glory to the Xianzhou! Glory to the Cloud Knights! Glory to the Xianzhou! Glory to the Cloud Knights! The hunt is with us!
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the most epic.
Quite the story, Master Gongshu.
Gongshu. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. These guys are one of the most epic groups. And okay, so I kind of got the answer. The Cloud Knights does refer to like the collective, right? Because they obviously have different titles. You have the Arbiter-Generals, then you have the, you know, the regular knights. So yeah, the collective referred to as the Cloud Knights, right? So that's cool. Cloud Knights, sick name. But then you also have the intelligent and visionary, the Borisons, soon with crushing loss were met. This is a sick shot. I like this a lot. But so the person that was telling the story at the beginning, Master Gongshu, is that who that was then? A hunt is with us. Who are they hunting? Who are they hunting? They said that they were like cleansing, purifying. You know, they're purifying the cosmos or whatever, right? Purifying the universe under our divine mandate, whatever the hell that means. Maybe, I guess maybe purifying these other planets that have had the doom. It seems like a pretty important thing, so let me remember that.
And thus the deathless
Became the deathless doom. So here's my theory. So I'm guessing based off this, everyone who's had this immortality, which is I'm assuming a lot of people from different planets across the universe, have gone to Black Swan or, you know, something, and they've kind of maybe tricked by her, or, you know, gotten this immortality, right, from her, and they all met the same fate, you know, deathless doom, became the deathless doom. So that might also be what was going on other planets, and that's what they meant by the divine mandate and, you know, purifying the universe. So they were going to, like, so the Arbiter-Generals first, you know, helped out here, then they went to different planets across the universe and, you know, purified, you know, helped slay all the people that became victim to this. But my question is, how did they survive from this? Like, were the Arbiter-Generals also, because they also gained immortality, they also went here, so how did they not succumb to, like, just because of the Rainbow Arbiter? Is that what happened? Like, they were so strong, they just vanquished the deathless doom, and then they kind of regained their sanity, and now they're just going to different planets doing the same thing there. So there is a way to regain your sanity? And also, is this the same thing to, what was the thing? And there's the word for it. There was the word for it, the shadows that you guys were telling me about. There was like the word for it. I always refer to them as shadows, right? The evil versions of these people. I forgot the name of that. But is this the same thing as that? Or is it something else entirely? The Deathless Doom. It might be something else. There's a reason it has a different name. But it's either way, it's very dangerous, and I think that's what was going on. So they helped out here, the Arbiter-Generals, and then they went to different planets and kind of helped out wherever they could. They seem pretty slick, and that's what they mean by hunters, perhaps. You know, hunting the Deathless Doom. That's my best guess. Let's move on. This next one is Myriad Celestia trailer, the Jepella Rebellion, scene 47. Go.
Kafka, Stellaron Hunter. How do you
Kafka.
plead? The crimes you have committed are beyond pardon, but the
Stellaron
Jepella
Hunter.
Brotherhood respects every individual's entitlement to the afterlife.
Boy.
Admit your guilt and embrace your punishment.
I'm listening.
How do the Stellaron Hunters plead to the following accusations?
Stellaron Hunters. Is this like the group?
The premises of the Tatooine Universal Auction, manipulated the guests, decimated the artistic treasures under the gaze of a devout audience, inflicted monetary.
Hold on, you're yapping, buddy. You're yapping. Reround. 20. Go. Y'all look so weird, bro. Anyways, 20. Go. Y'all should be in B stars.
Listening.
How do the Stellaron Hunters plead to the following accusations?
Louis' fucking uncle over here.
You breached the premises of the Tatooine Universal Auction, manipulated the guests.
You're yapping, bro. Tatooine. What is it called, bro?
You breached the
Tatooine Universal. That's just a bunch of yap. I can't lie. 31 go.
of the Tatooine Universal Auction, manipulated the guests, decimated the artistic treasures under the gaze of a devout audience, inflicted monetary damage amounting to over 860 billion credits, and absconded with the auction item. How do you plead?
Guilty as charged, but not a devout audience.
You infiltrated the cyber prison of Inupis, stole the Sigma Rod to deactivate the firewall,
The Sigma Rod.
data demons to enter reality, consequently propelling the world towards a judgment day. Or
That's what they call me.
The meta code. How do you plead?
I admit it, but those data demons deserve a taste of freedom.
You violated the ring world Golconda, disseminated the philosopher's poison virus across all colonies, causing 46 million inorganic entities to turn into rampant machines, and stole the steel core from Golconda's point of gravitational equilibrium, silencing the entire world. How do you plead?
Oh?
What the
Sounds
hell are
like
you
a page
talking
out of
about?
The Jepella Brotherhood's playbook. But sure, we took the thing.
The Trovis disappearance. The Lore 51 Stellaron event. Cyber attacks against planet Skrullum. The Pier Point incursion. And so on. A total of 46 criminal cases. Do you admit that all these malicious incidents were the work of the Stellaron Hunters?
Bro, y'all are not, bro. Y'all are not the Gorosei. Chill out. Y'all are not the Gorosei. Y'all might be more fraudulent than the Gorosei. Who knows? Maybe you guys actually have aura. You guys actually might have some aura. I'm not sure though. Doesn't seem that worried though, so I'm not sure. Let's go back to 143. Go. I'm definitely gonna watch this again.
Planet Skrullum. The Pier Point incursion. And so on.
And so on.
46 criminal cases. Do you admit that all these malicious incidents were the work of the Stellaron Hunters?
Hunters.
If you ask me, it seems like the Annihilation Gang has their fingers in quite a few of these pies. But I confess, it seems you forgot one though.
You're dead?
The Jepella Rebellion.
You're dead, yeah. Or whatever happened right there. They're going crazy here. The Jepella.
You should really stop playing with your food, Kafka.
I know. Next time.
Okay, so they he just listened to them yap.
It's already too late.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So she just listened to them yap. They acted like they had aura right there. And let me see all the people here. So we got the black cat right there. Shout out to the black cat. That's the most important person in this picture. But then we also, this shot goes hard. Kafka is still, out of all the characters that I've seen, she still has my favorite design. And like, she still is probably like my favorite character. Like just based off like, just the design. She has so much aura. And I'm interested in her. I mean, I love Finon too. Sinon, him, her. There's a bunch of other characters, but we have the Firefly girl or something like that in the back, because they all had that same voice. I'm not sure if it is the same one that we've seen before. Again, let me see something. Sorry, just 1 second. We just filled the space with some pointless yapping. Yap, 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 yap. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, and then I yap a bit more. Yap a bit more. Yap, yap, yep. And they all look the same. They all the fireflies in that suit look the same, but I wonder if it is like the real one in there. And then on the right we have, I believe, Dr. Ratio. Whoever, we've seen that guy before. Anyways, and then yeah, we have just all the usual suspects, all the usual culprits. Okay, let's run it back all the way to the beginning. Go.
Kafka, Stellaron Hunter. How do you plead?
The music, classic, literally classical.
The crimes you have committed are beyond pardon, but the Jepella Brotherhood respects every individual.
This is Jepella Brotherhood, the knockoff Gorosei. Okay.
Individual's entitlement to the afterlife. Admit.
They said they respect every person's entitlement to the afterlife. That's a crazy statement.
Are beyond pardon, but
Well,
the Jepella Brotherhood respects every individual's entitlement to the afterlife. Admit your guilt and embrace your punishment.
I'm listening.
How do the Stellaron Hunters plead to the following accusations?
The Stellaron
You breached
Hunters.
the premises of the Tatooine Universal Auction, manipulated the guests, decimated the artistic treasures under the gaze of a devout audience, inflicted monetary damage amounting to over 860 billion credits, and absconded with the auction item. How do you plead?
Guilty
How do you
as charged,
plead?
but not a devout audience.
Yeah, because they're all dead.
You infiltrated the cyber prison of Inupis, stole the Sigma Rod to deactivate the firewall, allowing a flood of data demons to enter reality, consequently propelling the world toward a judgment day, all in order.
The data demons. That has to be like the people that we've seen in the character trailers, like the one that were working on the computer and then they left.
The cyber prison of Inupis, stole the Sigma Rod to deactivate the firewall, allowing a flood of data demons to enter reality, consequently propelling the world toward a judgment day, all in order to take the meta code. How do you plead?
I admit it, but
What do they need the meta code for?
Taste of freedom.
You violated the ring world Golconda, disseminated the philosopher's poison virus across all colonies.
The poison. I was interested in that. Poison virus. Violated the Ringworld Golconda.
Violated the ring world Golconda, disseminated the
philosopher's poison virus across all the. What the hell are you talking about? Philosopher's poison virus. So, all the different paths are different philosophies, right? So is that like poison resulting from the paths you've taken? Maybe connected to the immortality thing, but like different, or just the paths, just something else related to paths. Philosopher's
poison virus across all colonies, causing 46 million inorganic entities to turn into rampant machines, and stole the steel core from Golconda's point of gravitational equilibrium.
46 million inorganic entities to turn into rampant machines.
To turn into rampant machines, and stole the steel core from Golconda's point of gravitational equilibrium.
The steel core.
Silencing the entire world. How do you plead?
Oh? Sounds like a page out of the Jepella Brotherhood's playbook. But sure, we took the thing.
Oh, hold
Sounds
on.
like a page out of the Jepella Brotherhood's playbook.
Because they be doing slimy stuff, obviously.
We took the thing.
Obviously, these guys are scumbags. We know that. These guys are slimy as hell, because she just said took a page out of what they did. So they might have done some sneaky shit like that in the past too. You know, took advantage of the steel core or Golconda or whatever, or did something to the world. You know, just did some shit in the world. Like obviously all the time, just like in the real world. But yeah,
Out of the
133 you
Jepella
go.
Brotherhood's playbook. But sure, we took the thing.
The Trovis disappearance. The Lore 51 Stellaron event. Cyber attacks against planet Scrulum. The Pier Point incursion. And so on. A total of 46 criminal cases. Do you admit that all these malicious incidents were the work of the Stellaron hunters?
If you ask me, it seems like the Annihilation Gang has their fingers in quite a few of these pies. But I confess, it seems you forgot one, though. The Jepella Rebellion.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I was wondering. Oh my god, I was wondering. I was like, what did she do here? What did she do here? It seemed like I was like I was expecting like their heads to like go flying off when she like released her strings. I was expecting like their heads to fly off. But I don't think it was that. I think they were actually being controlled. I think they actually were being controlled. I didn't even notice that. See, I wouldn't have noticed that if I didn't rewatch it. I think they were being controlled by someone else. Oh my god, that's why their eyes like suddenly turned white again, like the normal, and they were like touching their heads like this, holding their heads in their hands. Their eyes went back to normal. So they were like being controlled. Okay, hold on. On 201 go.
Gang has their fingers in quite a few of these pies, but I confess, it seems you forgot one, though. The Jepella Rebellion.
Yeah, she like cut the strings.
You should really stop playing with your food, Kafka.
I know.
238. That guy's nonchalant.
Next time. This time, it's already too late.
I think that girl. I'm pretty sure that girl is one of the data demons, right? In the back, one of them. She's been there obviously all the time, but yeah, I think she was one of them. Move on. This next one is Myriad Celestia trailer, history of the Xianzhou, Exodus of the Five Dragons. Go.
I have traversed great lengths, seeking a piece of history. The history of long the permanence.
I too know little of the progenitor of all dragons.
Oh, this is...
Before the dawn of history, long traversed the burgeoning chaos, seeking the answer to existence. And on
this is about Fanged, right?
The revelation of the permanence was unraveled. Then came our emergence, us, long scions.
I visited Liaris, a world encircled by 5 suns. The giant dragon sat overseeing the turning of day and night, the change of seasons, sheltering the lives within. Could the revelation of the permanence signify the timeless nature of one's greatness?
The relentless pursuit of individual immortality will only breed an unending multitude of malevolent creatures. Such is the fallacy of the Plague's author.
Such is the fallacy of the Plague's author. The Plague author obviously referring to Black Swan, right? Because we've seen her before referred to as that. We didn't really know what that meant. Plague's author. And then people are still seeking immortality, and I think that is what's going on. I think people seeking is causing all this doom of deathness doom or whatever it's called. And it's cool. We're getting some world building as well. We're seeing like this other planet with 5 suns with a giant, bro. That's sick, bro. And this is like the origin of the... Hold on, let's run it back to 5.
The history of long the permanence.
I too know little of the progenitor of all dragons. Before the dawn of history, long traversed the burgeoning chaos, seeking the answer to existence.
Whoever is narrating this is epic, by the way.
The revelation of the permanence was unraveled.
Then came our emergence, us, Long Scions.
Long
I visited
Scions.
Liaris, a world encircled by 5 suns. The giant dragon sat overseeing the turning of day and
Liaris.
night, the change of seasons, sheltering the lives within. Could the revelation of the permanence signify the timeless nature of one's
Permanence
greatness?
of power.
The relentless pursuit of individual immortality will only breed an unending multitude of malevolent creatures. Such is the fallacy of the plague's author.
So then does the permanence represent the continuance of bloodline? I also
Okay.
journey to the ancestral home of the Infernalian people, in the land of White Embers. The undead
White
dragon
Embers.
Typhon's breath showered flames on the land below, bringing forth a flourishing lineage.
Long Scions are dispersed throughout countless worlds.
And that's hold on a second. I don't want to get his name wrong for the millionth time. I'm pretty sure it's Don Hang. I said Feng before too. My bad. Don Hang. Just Don Feng just sounds more, it rolls off the tongue easier. But Don Hang, it seems more natural. Okay, so Don Hang. Long Scions are dispersed. What the hell is a Long Scion? Okay, 110 go.
The dragon Typhon's breath showered flames on the land below, bringing forth a flourishing lineage.
Flourishing lineage.
Scions are dispersed throughout countless worlds, living in solitude. In the vastness of the universe, the rise and fall of one race is of little consequence.
It is said that the Vidyadhara formed an alliance with the Xianzhou, and that
Okay, that's who the alliance was with. The Vidyadhara. Vidyadhara. We've obviously heard that before. They formed an alliance with the Xianzhou. Okay, gotcha. That's who they formed the alliance with. 120. Go.
In the vastness of the universe, the rise and fall of one race is of little consequence.
it is said that the Vidyadhara formed an alliance with the Xianzhou, and that 5 elders descended upon the mortal realm to keep watch over the plague moths. Perhaps the permanence is the noble ambition that ensures the safety of the universe.
Alas, Imbibitor Lunae forsook his oath, causing a state of great disorder. The High Elders too bear mortal frailties, their heavy burdens ultimately becoming the shackles which bind them.
From your perspective,
And this is the I was only paying attention to what they were saying. But this is the same, Doom. That was the tree that we saw in the other one where they're talking about the Doom.
to keep watch over the plague moths.
139 go.
Perhaps the permanence is the noble ambition that ensures the safety of the universe.
The permanence.
Alas, Imbibitor Lunae forsook his oath, causing a state of great disorder. The High Elders too bear mortal frailties, their heavy burdens ultimately becoming the shackles which bind them.
From your perspective, what does the permanence's revelation truly signify?
As the sun and moon rise and fall, the world undergoes continuous change. So the concept of
Alorum Venti. High Elder of the Yao Qing, successor of the winged dragon, sovereign of storms, bound to watch over the lunar embryo. 158 go.
which bind them.
From your perspective, what does the permanence's revelation truly signify?
As the sun and moon rise and fall, the world undergoes continuous change.
I recognize.
So the concept of stability is meaningless. Only by comprehending and aligning with the way of the world can one's path lead to everlasting.
I was a bit focused on this guy's voice because I recognize it, so I was trying to pinpoint it. But we're seeing the dragons, the different dragons, the 5 dragons. Titled Ardens Regia, High Elder of the Zhu Ning, successor of the Horned Dragon, wielder of the Heavenly Flame, bound to watch over the Primordial Flame. Okay, so they're watching over these different suns, right?
The world undergoes
210, go.
continuous change, so the concept of stability is meaningless.
He's watching over the moon.
Only by comprehending and aligning with the way of stability is undergoes continuous change, so the concept of stability is meaningless. Only by comprehending and aligning with the way of the world can one's path lead to everlasting existence. Countless new
Title: Glaciator Merum, the High Elder of the Fangu, successor of the Scaled Dragon, Tamer of the Ebbing Frost, bound to watch over the miniature myriads. Okay, let's run it back because I was only paying attention to that titles. Really have time to take an Ensurer of Cosmic Peace. Okay, 145, go.
Alas, Arbiter-Generals forsook his oath, causing a state of
Arbiter-Generals.
great disorder. The High Elders too bear mortal frailties, their heavy burdens ultimately becoming the shackles which bind them.
From your perspective, what does the Permanence's revelation truly signify?
As the sun and moon rise and fall, the world undergoes continuous change, so the concept of stability is meaningless. Only by comprehending and aligning with the way of the...
Okay, I got his voice now. I think I pinned his voice. I think this is Itachi. I think that's the same voice as Itachi, which is... Kidding me, bro? Is it Crispin Freeman? Is that his voice? Sounds like him. 240 and go.
Is meaningless. Only by comprehending and aligning with the way of the world can one's path lead to everlasting existence. Countless new creations emerge when one dragon meets its end among the morning stars. For the Vidyadhara, this is the true teaching of the permanence.
Title: Mons Grandi, High Elder of the Yungui, successor of the terrestrial dragon, ponderer of the congealed silence, bound to watch over the fallen earth. Sick. Let's run it back, bro. Again, 205, go.
As the sun and moon rise and fall, the world undergoes continuous change, so the concept of stability is meaningless. Only by comprehending and aligning with the way of the world can one's path lead to everlasting existence. Countless new creations emerge when one dragon meets its end among the morning stars. For the Vidyadhara, this is the true teaching of the permanence. Within the cycle of life, any endpoint may mark the inception of a new journey. And for him, it is no different.
Okay. So I think what's going on here is that the Imbibitor-Lunae, right, Don Heng, he was one of these dragons, because we've seen he can clearly like transform into like this dragon. It's like this water, this azure dragon or something. He can transform into that. So I'm guessing he was one of these dragons, but then he left, right? So that's what they mean by shackles, because we see the shackles here, but then they also said that he was shackled like the High Elders to like this, as being like mortal, bearing mortal frailties. So I think that's what he meant by that. Becoming heavy shackled. I think these are the very same heavy burdens. Forsook his oath. So he like left the permanence, the group, like all these different dragons are. And these different dragons are obviously watching over the sun, the moon, fire, ice, like these different elements. They all have their own responsibilities, like bearing a heavy burden, like they hold like try to keep the universe in balance, right? And balancing with all this like different, like this chaos and this destruction that's going on everywhere. And then this dude, he kind of left that and became one of them, one of the mortal beings, I guess. Not sure, but interesting to theorize. Let's move on. Next one is Myriad Celestia trailer. Cloud Knight's martial doctrine on swords. Go.
Traveling with you has stirred up my curiosity. What drove you to pick up the sword at such a young age?
Well, I suppose there's no harm in telling you. At first, it was the General's stories about the previous sword champion. He told me about her unparalleled skills, her unmatched...
Okay, so this is referring to Jing Liu and Jing Yuan's students, right? Jing Yuan's student is talking to Jing Liu, right? Then go.
To pick up the sword at such a young age.
Well, I suppose there's no harm in telling you. At first, it was the General's stories about the previous sword champion.
The General, obviously.
He told me about her unparalleled skills, her unmatched prowess with a single blade. It inspired me that one day I could earn the title myself.
So, it was the allure of renown.
The sword champion.
I also wanted to live up to the General's expectations and repay him for the gift of his teachings. Where would I be without him?
Then you wish to forge deeper ties.
I don't know.
It's more than that. One day, I'll run into battle alongside my Cloud Knight comrades, defending the Wafu and striking down those who threaten us, putting my abilities to their rightful use.
In the end, it all comes back to fealty.
What's with all the questions, miss? Why did you choose the path of the sword?
I too was once shackled by fame and fortune, impeded by bonds and loyalty. But in the end, the sword moves beyond such notions. For the sword is just a sword, an instrument determining life and death. Nothing can tarnish its essence. Walked the fiery trail and cut through every impediment. Can you understand the purpose behind every swing of your sword? Do you understand now, future sword champion? I wield the sword to vanquish my enemies. Nothing more.
Looks so sick. Oh, what the hell? That was a really weird. You see how the audio just cut out like that? But the Jinglu can't open her eyes, right? She's just wearing the, you know, the mask, the blindfold. But like, bro, I used to do this for, you know, the fame, bitches, you know, money, fame, wealth, power, whatever. But now I'm just doing this for the love of the game, because, you know, she's walked through every battlefield, every impediment, every challenge. You know, she's been there, done that. So she's kind of just like doing this just to kill people, you know. And now she's facing off against Jing Yuan's student. Is she, I think it's a she, is she there now? Is she capable of facing off against the former sword champion? Because she said that she
Do you understand
is the
now, future?
Yeah, because she's the future sword champion, and she's walking very leaving after images of herself, moving like Killua, moving like, you see this, bro? Why is their frame here? She's over there. Where is she? She's moving crazy, and this shot is sick. I like this shot. It looks really badass. And now, time for their duel to begin. I guess we'll see what happens, or maybe we won't see. Maybe we'll see both of them slumped in the next one. Probably not. Let's move on. This next one is MYRIAD CELESTIA trailer, Interastral Peace Tour, selection, planning, and opportunity. Go.
Hey there, you! Yes, you! Wait for you. The gem filled with endless potential. Hold on to your hats. The IPC's gem identification system will ensure that each and every talent you possess will be harnessed for intergalactic peace. Do you have the thrill of adventure coursing through your veins? If so, our marketing development department is rolling out the red carpet just for you. With the nameless Oswaldo Schneider leading the way, a vast number of new worlds will
I hate you, bro.
Our expansive credit system. If you're someone who values structure and logic, our business consolidation department offers the perfect stage.
Bro, who is this guy, bro? Moving like Toguro. You don't have aura, bro. Come on. 37 go.
Structure and logic. Our business consolidation department offers the perfect stage for you to shine. With products twinkling like a million stars. This department has created a spectacular trade network that's measured in light years.
Oh my god, really?
Distant delivery systems and synesthesia beacons was once science fiction is now reality. Proudly produced by the IPC. Got an idea that's nothing short of genius? Look no further. Our technology department is waiting for you. Join us and team up with the Intelligentsia Guild. When the glitters of fortune and title dim before the luminous path of the Amber Lord, know that the building material logistics department is the sanctuary for the most ardent of followers. Become the cornerstone of our operations. Every stone you place with precision plays a pivotal role. Grit will form the backbone of our formidable subspace barrier. If you're someone whose qualities go beyond the ordinary, unyielding in the harshest of storms, this message is for you. At the Strategic Investment Department, talent is the most precious investment of all. Origin, background, irrelevant. Diamond seeks out the unique and the extraordinary. Those who sit at the table will determine where the wealth falls. The Talent Motivation Department.
I think the strategic and development. What is it called? The strategic investment department. I think that's the place. I think that's where Himeno. I think she's involved in that, or someone is like that. One of those girls is part of that. The head of that. Anyways, 138 go.
Is the most precious investment of all. Origin, background, irrelevant.
This guy's voice pissing me off.
Out the unique and the extraordinary. Those who sit at the table will determine where the wealth falls. The Talent Motivation Department isn't just another division. It's a shining beacon of empowerment. Top talent deserves top perks, and that's why the Talent Motivation Department was established. Every task you undertake serves as the pioneering spark that sets Pierpoint's passion ablaze. For those seasoning their craft and still holding on to cherished dreams, our operations are as everlasting as the sway of ocean tides along the shore. Witness the traditional project department's great supervisor, Arita, ready to capture the treasures the tide unveils. Take the leap, join our ranks, and climb to unparalleled heights. Shape the destinies of myriad worlds, and make the history of the galaxy your very own footnote. The mighty hammer of the Amber Lord has struck. A realm of endless opportunities beckons. We're waiting for you.
So is this the voice of the dude that's head of the marketing department, or is this like the fucking CEO, Mr. CEO over here of Interastral Peace? Interastral Peace Corpo. Bro's voice was pissing me off, and I think it was meant to piss you off. Voice annoying as hell, but yeah, we got, I guess, a tour of the Interastral Peace Corporation. Sick, man. These guys do not have aura, though, I can't lie. Not yet, at least. I need to see them in action. I don't think they're... I don't know. Like, bro, y'all are not the Yonko here, bro. Y'all are not the 4 emperors, bro, with these fucking silhouettes, bro. Relax. Y'all are not like that right now. At least right now. Who the hell is this jumping up? Calm down. All for the Amber Lord. Okay. Let's move on. This next one is Myriad Celestia trailer and Exorcism at Fyxestroll Garden. I don't know. Fyxestroll? Whatever. Go.
When the Xianzhou people roamed the galaxy, they inevitably made strange beings. So lots of spooky stories start with these encounters. On one such occasion, a new Ten Lords Commission judge received a decree ordering her to subdue a demon.
Excuse me.
I remember this girl. This is the one with like this the evil, quote unquote evil. He seemed pretty chill though. The spirit inside of her. So this is probably the origin of how it happened. The exorcism. 11 go.
On one such occasion, a new Ten Lords Commission judge received a decree ordering her to subdue a demon.
Excuse me. You won. Where are your manners? Huh? A compass? It can't be. You, the new one.
Careful. Are you okay? Let me help you up.
Knock, knock. The door isn't gonna hold much longer. Knock, knock. The door's coming down.
Damn. She said.
You asked for a spooky tale to grow some guts, didn't you? This is what you faced on your first day. Why are you shaking in your boots?
Yeah, see, this guy seems so chill.
Courage training for today.
Where do you think you're going? It ain't over yet.
Courage training. Gonna gain more courage. Gonna level up your courage stats. Fair enough. She know this is not Persona? Okay. Anyways, count how many Persona references I made in this video. Maybe 10. Who knows? I don't. But yeah, we kind of, I guess that's how that happened. Like, she just got spooked and then it entered her body like that. And then he seems pretty chill though, so interesting. Let's move on. This next one is Myriad Celestia trailer, Transcendent, Ruan, Tunes, Blushing May, Blooms. Go.
Mother, your letters are always welcome.
Why is it? What is it with
Blossoms
mothers
bloom
and
in
sending
wither,
letters?
And I occasionally catch a scent of loneliness. I once again am thinking back to the research in my childhood, together with you in No Man's Land. That comfy cabin, teeming with boundlessly joyous forms of life. Those days are unforgettable.
This music.
I understood the vastness of the universe too early. I was different than every other kid around me.
Okay, hold on. I have some thoughts about this. These eyes that we're seeing here. First of all, this place reminds me, I don't know if this is, but it looks like the place where the dragon is, like the frost dragon. I mean, obviously because it's an icy place, but it just looks like it could be that very same area with like the level of danger here. So this might be the same place as that dragon that was going around, like that frost dragon, the place that it was like protecting or whatever, looking over. And these eyes right here reminds me of the ones that we saw on that one woman's arms in like the I think it was like the very first one, who has like the 6 arms. And I think her name was like, was it the Clippeth one or the one before or after? I don't remember which one it was, but it was one of those. So I wonder if this eye is related to what's going on with her. Vastness of the universe. Okay, 29, go.
I understood the vastness of the universe too early. I was different than every other kid around me.
Why are they all wearing celestial dragon helmets?
Birth, growth, death. Lamenting the process of life is the origin of my thinking. I began to realize that I longed for something pure. Attachment involves the insular cortex, which controls anxiety and pain. The laws of emotion can be easily broken down. Children will become more well-behaved when they receive random rewards. When I discovered how easy it was to cultivate a planet, I began to feel empty.
Sorry, cultivate a planet?
I increasingly understand that I long for more fundamental research. Recently, I've had some different thoughts.
Ruan is such a headache.
At first, I was terrified of its appearance. It is born of wonder, does not resist, and does not grieve. It is the closest thing to the feeling I had when I was a child.
Ooh.
Where does the research end? Life is so colorful, but it has nothing to do with me. I explore the mysteries of the universe and seek deeper answers. I have nothing to lose and nothing to gain. If life is cultivated and reproduced, you can dissect remembrance, control equilibrium.
Everyone talking about controlling equilibrium. Why was equilibrium mentioned more than once? That makes me think it's more important as a concept in this. And dissecting remembrance. Again, this is to do with memories. Is she part of the Garden of Recollection as well? They're talking about memories, anxiety, pain, and stuff like that too. Like she's kind of like a okay. She's like a neuroscientist. But so is she part of the, because Black Swan was talking about similar things. 212 go.
If life is cultivated and reproduced, you can dissect remembrance, control equilibrium, deconstruct beauty, and reproduce permanence.
Permanence. That's another thing.
I will understand life and touch on these conceptions. And perhaps I too can become an
Come on, what? I just said a slur.
Worry not, my dear assistant. I will reward you.
Who the hell is her mom too, by the way? Her mom? This letter was to her mom. Hold on. Not her assistant. Is that the female MC? Just said a slur here, so I'm not sure if I can include this in the video, but 233 go. Become a knee. That's all she said.
Worry not, my dear assistant.
She a data demon? As like, if would she fall under the category of like a data demon? Not sure. Let's move on. Okay, this next one is Myriad Celestia trailer, A Night of Everflame, scene 33. Go.
Penacony, planet of festivities. A cradle drowning in dreams, a haven for the cowardly. The family has summoned guests for its grand celebration.
X. Is that X?
Blood will flow from the destruction.
Okay, so I'm guessing we're seeing all the different gods and stuff here. We got, I think Nanook is here. We got Bibbidi Bop. And someone else here.
A cradle drowning in dreams,
5, go.
a haven for the cowardly. The family has summoned guests for its
Is this
grand
Madara?
celebration.
Madara's voice?
The golden blood will flow from the destruction as an offering to them.
To them?
Children of the flame, this marks your rite of passage.
That's a goat right there.
I lit a fire in your eyes and showed you music of the strings. Serenade the celebration and hush the harmony into muted awe. It will
Serenade,
be done, Father.
Harmony, Akash.
I set your form alight and taught you mastery of the blade.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this one.
Temper it with sulfur, made the elation, and let the performer's blood and tears pour into the abyss.
As you wish, Father.
That's the eye again.
I kindled a flame in your heart and granted you blood of fire. Use your wrath to shatter the preservation sanctum and build their gold to create a statue of our savior.
You got it, old man.
You got it. You got it, old man.
At last, my most ambitious and exceptional child. There is nothing more to teach you. Just remember,
With our Peliconi's midnight hour, strip away all they hold dear, and leave naught but the remembrances too.
She won't be necessary. I can take them alone.
Oh my god.
Katarina, a little pessimism might be wise. What if we all end up dead?
You know, maybe these guys, they aren't so bad, bro. I really like the lore that they have going for them, and I also like how kind they are to each other. I really like that.
That might
Go,
be
go, go.
wise. What if we all end up dead?
Who is that in the back, bro?
Since when have those on the path of destruction feared death?
Dead.
Still, it is
So
wise
these are all.
to plan ahead, Father.
So these are all Nanook's children, right?
What is our fallback if things become perilous?
These are all Nanook's children.
Such a thing does not exist. Destruction is brave and heroic. To cling to
Bro.
life is to delay in cowardice.
Bro.
Relish Penacone, savor its invitation. Prepare this beautiful dream to welcome its new master from Fedora.
Fedora.
Ifrit, Duke Inferno.
Oh, never mind. This is. Okay, never mind. This is Ifrit. This is Ifrit. The flame spirit. So, who is my favorite from these? They all look pretty cool. I can't lie. Ifrit looks pretty cool. I like these two on the right for deeper reasons. This dude on the left is kind of dripped out. I like him, and then that girl in the back is pretty cool too. With the, I need to rewatch this one. I love the ones with. I love seeing characters, new characters, and I get introduced to new groups. Like I just love it. I love character introductions. I think one of my favorite parts of like seeing, like watching stuff is just seeing new characters and seeing introductions and seeing just how their initial appearances, like how they get introduced initially. Like that's one of my favorite things, honestly, about like watching these, like watching stuff in general. I really like it. One of my favorite aspects of media. But these are all Ifrit's children, but they're all talking about destruction. So is Ifrit like different? But Ifrit, okay, so Ifrit might just be different from Nanook. But why does he keep bringing up destruction? He always keeps bringing up destruction, and Nanook's the god of destruction. So but Nanook kind of did look a little different. So I wonder if it's like, are they the same person? Is it a different thing entirely? They keep talking about destruction for some reason. I mean, he specifically, and Nanook was also like had like that orange thing to him, but he looked more like a person, rather than this person. I mean, rather than Ifrit, who just has this. It might just be behind that mask, you know. But have we ever heard of Nanook's talk? I'm not sure. I remember him from the Final trailer. I don't remember him. I remember Final. I don't really remember him talking, but I want to rewatch this thing again, bro. Catch it all again. Go.
Penacone, planet of festivities. A cradle drowning in dreams.
So they're gonna attack at the planet of festivities.
For the cowardly. The family has summoned guests for its grand celebration. The golden blood will flow from the destruction as an offering to them. Children of the flame, this marks.
Are they trying to revive Nanook? Because Nanook, because didn't Nanook also have like, yeah, Nanook did look different. Yeah, he looked like an actual person. I'm just looking at his design again.
Your right of
26 go.
Akash, I lit the fire in your eyes and
Akash is the musician.
Of the strings. Serenade the celebration.
Serenade.
And hush the harmony into muted awe.
It will be done, Father.
It will be done, Father.
Dubra, I set your form alight and taught you mastery of the blade.
Temper it with sulfur, maim the elation, and let the performer's blood and tears pour into the abyss.
As you wish, Father.
Katerina, I kindled a
Katerina.
flame in your heart and granted you blood of fire. Use.
So we got Akash, Dubra, Katerina.
Your heart and granted you blood of fire. Use
Fire.
your wrath to shatter
117 go.
the sanctum and build their gold to create a statue of our savior.
You got it, old man.
You got it, old man.
And Constance at last.
Constance at
My
last.
most ambitious and exceptional child. There
Is
is
Constance-
nothing more to teach you. Just remember.
Is Constance her name?
Coney's midnight hour. Strip away all they hold dear and leave naught but the remembrances too.
She won't be necessary. I can take them alone.
Okay, so
Katerina, a little pessimism might be wise.
she's the strongest, the most exceptional child, Constance.
And concepts all they hold.
150, wanna go?
She won't be necessary. I can take them alone. Katerina, a little pessimism might be wise. What if we all end up dead?
Since when have those on the path of destruction feared death?
Okay. So they might be followers of Nanook. They might be followers of him because they're on the path of destruction. So Ifrit. Either Ifrit is Nanook or they're all followers of Nanook, as they're all on the path of destruction. Okay, go 6, go.
Since when have those on the path of destruction feared death?
Death.
Still, it is wise to plan ahead, Father.
What is our fallback if things become perilous?
But she obviously gives me like puppet control, like she's a marionette, right? Controlling puppets and stuff. So what if she was maybe the one that was controlling the elders? Nah, maybe it's something different. But I was thinking, what if she was the one controlling the Jepella Brotherhood? I mean, it still could have been Kafka, you know. But I thought Kafka was. It looked more so like Kafka was cutting their strings off, rather than putting them on and controlling them. Might have been her controlling them. 217 go.
Plan ahead, Father.
What is our fallback if things become perilous?
Fall back. Such a thing does not exist.
I like this group though. This group is sick.
Is to delay in cowardice. Relish Pennacone's savor its invitation. Prepare this beautiful dream to welcome its new master from Fedora.
Fedora.
Ifrit, Duke Inferno, ever
This group has aura.
match.
See, this is what you call aura right here. This is what you call aura. This group has aura. This group has aura. I like that. One of my favorites. This next one is Myriad Celestia trailer, a revisiting of past dreams. Go.
A dazzling item. Are you looking for its owner? Allow me to divine, using your memories as a medium.
See, this is cool and all right now, but why did these motherfuckers steal Sanji's suit? These motherfuckers, bro, copyrighted. And y'all don't look as clean. And y'all are not wearing the same tie, but still. relax. Anyways,
Using
14
their
go.
memories as a medium.
Especially this dude right here. I remember this dude. I remember this dude. This dude was on the Astral Express, right? I remember him with the glasses. If I am correct in that, I remember a dude like this with the glasses. 18 go. Oh, and we got Aventurine in the back right there. I didn't even notice him. Uphead ass design. Persona ass music. Again. We got dolls, straight up. That girl straight up looked like a doll right here. What the hell is going on there? Is that one of the doll? Okay, whatever. She literally is a doll for sure. 107, go. Robin, Sunday in the back. I saw that. Was there anybody else? Okay, no. Robin and Sunday. 130.
The truth does not lie. Neither do memories. Predestined paths have already converged. She has arrived.
Excuse me, has anyone found a makeup mirror? Thank you. I was looking for it for so long.
214 pause it. But yeah, as we know, she sees their memories by taking a card or whatever, giving them the card, and then she sees the memories. But let me see right here. So we got, that looks like Robin in the front. We got, I think Aventurine is the third one. The second one looks like it could be like Ifrit and like the goat thing. And then the fourth, fifth, sixth, these are all like past characters that we've seen for sure. All right, 2-9 go.
That menacing infernal fire absorbed by the vast, profound sea. And that
Ifrit.
sea surprisingly dwells on the planet of festivities.
Okay, so yeah, that's what was going on. So that dude was maybe was part of Ifrit, or because she just took his like fortune or whatever, saw his memories, and then that card burned. So, or she just senses like the calamity coming on the planet of festivities, which I think, I don't know if that's the planet or something else, somewhere else, but she senses it coming, and because the flame card burned with Ifrit, so obviously it's impending doom or whatever. And she senses it, so I guess she'll let someone know about that, or I don't know what she'll do with that information, but interesting that she knows about it now. Let me see this dude. Is he the sus one, or is that separate?
She has arrived. See. Menacing infernal fire absorbed by the vast, profound sea. And that sea surprisingly dwells on the planet of festivities.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. See, I was trying to connect this. And maybe this is connected to, you know, the whatever. Well, I don't know if it's connected. We'll see. This next one is Myriad Celestia trailer. Sparkle behind the curtain. Go. Go. One.
It doesn't matter who I am off stage.
Is that Sparkle?
All the audience needs to know is that when I'm on stage, I'm just Sparkle.
Actress Sparkle.
It's you, my beloved mask. When I'm happy, you're smiling too. When I'm angry, you're still smiling. When I'm sad, you keep on smiling. You're like a veil that I can hide under. The one wearing the veil, that's Sparkle. It's you, my beloved mask. When I'm happy, you're smiling too. When
She's also 112. She's also another one of my favorite characters. Every time it's a trailer involving her, bro, it's always peak. The music is also awesome every single time. I love her trailers as well. Like it's always a banger whenever she's in one of these trailers or whatever. One or two, go.
it's you, my beloved mask. When I'm happy, you're smiling too. When I'm angry, you're screaming too. When I'm sad, you're crying too. You're like a mirror, showing my reflection. The one in the mirror, that's Sparkle.
99, 990.
My beloved mask.
It's always so repetitive.
When I'm happy,
In a good way.
you're screaming. When I'm angry, you're crying. When I'm sad, you're smiling. You're like a face staring at me. I'm not Sparkle. No, I am Sparkle. So, when I realized life was just a play, I wanted to leave the stage. Because off stage, there's an even bigger stage. What do you say? Who's the real Sparkle?
I don't know. You tell me. Oh wait, I don't even know if you know, bro. That was very interesting. That was very interesting. Sparkles is a very intriguing character for me. I'm interested in what led her to become like this, her backstory. Well, you know, her path, the path that she chose, or the path that she's on. What caused it, and her, I noticed a lot of hers. There's a lot of like you know, repeating things going on, you know, of like different like the different scenarios like repeat themselves day by day, you know, because she's putting on like this mask all the time, so it just feels like the same day over and over again. But it's obviously exhausting because she's wearing these different masks, and she's like kind of juggling all these different like personalities, characters and stuff. Because in one of those, her mask like was like the same as her actual emotions on the outside and on the inside. Like the mask that Sparkle was wearing on the outside, it was the same as what she was actually feeling. And then on the other end, there was another situation in which the mask was like the complete opposite of what she was feeling inside, but she still had to put on that mask. And like, you know, whether it be like feeling sad on the inside but being forced to put on like a happy smile, it kind of made me feel bad for her. But I'm not sure what the background is of her character, but I feel like there might be some like tragedy mixed in there in terms of why she's like that. So she's definitely an interesting character for me. So we're gonna do 3 more, including this one, and then we'll do part 2, finishing off the Myriad Celestia trailers. Again, let me know if I'm missing any, but I shouldn't be, but just let me know. This one is a Myriad Celestia trailer, Kyoden, a cleave across the transient world. Go.
Do you still remember why Izumo forged these blades?
Because in times past, when the Yao Yorozu no Kami descended here, they wrought death and disaster on this world and its people. To save the world, Izumo splintered 70,033 blades and forged them into the 12 Sentinels.
12 Sentinels.
The first was truth, forged by the Sovereign of Revelation. It could teach mortals the way of the law and create miracles from the deconstruction of all things.
These are the 12 like swords.
Forged by the eternal zenith. It could form a barrier from the firmament and prevent the innumerable gods of misery from passing through. The third was Howl, able to summon lightning to rend the heavens and meteors to rain down divine punishment. The fourth was Mist, able to break earth and tear cloud with biting wind and rain. The fifth was Frost, freezing the land in an instant. The sixth was Fate, the restless cycle of life and death. Then there was Flare, Thought, Root, Form, Bind, Maw. With those sentinels, we seized on tomorrow's expectation, winning victory after victory, until
all of them were broken. The price of every victory was a world in its entirety. And in the end, that entirety was lost. And so Izumo splintered 12 sentinels.
Yo, it was so interesting how they just switched narrators like in the middle. Also, when they were showing these 12 swords, I was like, Jinglu was one of the former sword champion, so she definitely had to have one of these blades, right? I think she did. I think she was her sword purple or blue. It was one of those colors. It might have been one of these. But I wonder who other characters wield these blades. Maybe some of the other members of the Jing Yuan or who else. But the narration changed in the middle, so what the heck is that all about? What is that? That's interesting. 130, there you go.
Form, Bind, Maw. With those sentinels, we seized on tomorrow's expectation, winning victory after victory, until
all of them were broken. The price of every victory was a world in its entirety.
Oh.
And in the end, that entirety was lost. And so Izumo splintered 12 sentinels and forged them into 2 bearers.
Oh.
The first was Origin. The second was End. The world forged 70,047 blades, and only one could save Izumo. But you and I both know the road to salvation does not exist. There is no trace of tomorrow. Resisting the Kamigami, humanity will eventually become Oni.
Kamigami. Is that the name of the shadow sickness? 32. Oh.
Resisting the Kamigami, humanity will eventually become Oni. We pawned everything, all for the destruction of 2 worlds. In times past, Takamagahara, upon which the Kami descended, was surely as beautiful as Izumo. So, do you still remember why Izumo forged these blades?
because of a lie. An end that never existed. We long since strode into their shadow. Each step forward one that we can never walk. until the last blade is forged into... Not. I knew this world was fleeting. And yet...
Okay, I definitely want to rewatch this one. I'm gonna rewatch it. You have us lore on these like different swords, which were then forged into just two. Origin and the end. So there's two people that different. There's the girl that wielded one, and then there's the other one that was just in the distance. And then there's all these people. I think they were struck with the Kamigami or whatever. And she had to slice them down. But let me just rewatch this one from the beginning.
Do you still remember why Izumo forged these blades?
Because in times past, when the Yao Yorozu no Kami descended here. Because in times past, when the Yao Yorozu no Kami...
Yao Yorozu no Kami descended here. And it seems like there's the based off like the narration, they're like going back and forth between the guy and the girl. So it makes me think that the guy is the end and the girl is her, obviously. But I don't know if that's Izumo, because they're talking about Izumo like it's a third person, right? So Izumo is someone else, and they're talking about like the origin of these swords and stuff. Things that they've already been through, I believe, right? Eito.
Because in times past, when the Yao Yorozu no Kami descended here, they wrought death and disaster on this world and its people. To
So
save the
Yao
world,
Yorozu no Kami,
Izumo
they were the one that
70,033
started the
blades
Kamigami
and forged
sickness,
them into the
or
12 sentinels. 3 blades and forged them into the 12 sentinels.
12 sentinels.
The first was truth, forged by the Sovereign of Revelation. It could teach mortals the way of the law and create miracles from the deconstruction of all things. The second was sky, forged by the eternal zenith. It could form a barrier from the firmament and prevent the innumerable gods of misery from passing through. The
So is that what...
innumerable gods of misery from passing through.
This seems like something like Final might have.
The third was Howl, able to summon lightning to rend the heavens and meteors to rain down divine punishment. The fourth was Mist, able to break earth and tear cloud with biting wind and rain. The fifth was Frost.
Is this one... Does Don Hang have this one? I'm
The
turning off.
fifth was Frost, freezing the land in an instant. The sixth was Fate, the restless cycle of life and death. Then there was Flare, Thought, Root, Form, Bind, Maw. With those sentinels we seized on tomorrow.
I like how they introduced the first 6 with like such detail in descriptions. Just like, yeah, then there's Flare, Frost, you know, like all these are like Flare in whatever form. I wonder why they did that.
And so we zoomers.
They just don't have enough as much lore behind them. And origin and end.
The world
They're trying to save Izumo.
humanity will eventually become more for the destruction of 2 worlds. In times was surely as beautiful as Izumo. Why
We long since struck an end that never existed. Each step forward one that we can.
So it's like there's no point in doing this because they were already here. Like they're already yeah, they already stepped into this their shadow.
until the last blade is forged into.
And her blood like restored the sword, or reforged the sword.
Not. The last blade is forged into. Each step forward one that we can never walk. Until the last blade is forged into. Not.
So she used her blood to reforge the blade in order to slice up the end or whatever. And maybe that's like the cause of like the Kamigami. Like, is that the Yorozu Kami? Is that what caused it? Because it's like this void and they're trying to cut it up. And she had to like use her blood or whatever, her life force, whatever, to slice it, and that caused her to like age. You know, in order to prevent this illness or this sickness, this Kamigami shit from spreading, you know, even further, causing even more strife within this like this planet or whatever. Interesting. So we got two more. This is the second last one. This one's Myriad Celestia trailer. If we had wings, go. If only, right?
Thank you for tuning in to this interview. As Miss Robin mentioned, her introduction to music came
Miss
from her
Robin.
mother.
Oh, she's a teacher too?
Disaster.
They're fighting again? Mom. Don't be afraid. Look here. It's a bird. Look, a bird.
No, it's a plane.
I want to hear more of Miss Robin's story. Do you know her, Miss? Let me tell you all a secret. This bird knows Robin. It knows all about her. During that disaster, Robin couldn't hear anything except for the loud ringing in her ears.
What is
She
that?
knew that her mother was singing to her.
Oh yeah, that's her mother.
She could see her mother's lips moving.
And that's Sunday.
She could feel her mother's breath. We'll be safe and sound. She could hear that sigh.
Okay, this is a really heartwarming story, but I've always seen this. I've been so curious about it this entire time. Like these things, what the hell are these? I've seen this on so many characters, but I'm so curious about this shit. These halos, like type of things. What is this meant to be for? But yeah, anyways, why does her hair color look different here? Is that her? Anyways, 41.
During that
Go.
disaster, Robin couldn't hear anything except for the loud ringing in her ears. But she knew that her mother was singing to her. She could see her mother's lips moving. She could feel her mother's breath. We'll be safe and sound. She could hear that silent wish.
One day, you'll step onto an even bigger stage. Even more people will hear you sing, and they'll sing with you.
No, I'll sing with both of us, brother.
Right, both of us.
Oh, was that what it was? Hold on. This is heartwarming and all. Okay. Because there's like this yellow light. I don't know if that's just the sun.
She could see her mother's lips moving.
Okay, anyways. It could be the sun, but it looks like something else. So I wonder if there's like something else protecting them, maybe? Or is that just like the sunlight?
Feel her mother's breath.
D8, go.
We'll be safe and sound. She could hear that silent wish.
Hold on, sorry. Let me go back again. Okay. Really curious about this. But there you go. I feel like we've seen her. I feel like we know who she is.
We'll be safe and sound.
I mean, we've seen a lot of characters with that hairstyle and color, but yeah.
One day, you'll step onto an even bigger stage. Even more people will hear you sing, and they'll sing with you.
No, I'll sing with both of us, brother.
Right.
right. Both of us.
That's Jing Yuan's.
She wanted to spread that wish through song. And weave in even more wishes. But behind the beautiful sounds, there were noises of disharmony. Sounds of every
Unknown man.
encircled her.
Unknown man frequents Robin's house.
Many followed her.
Yeah, we know that she struggles with that. Or no, like everybody does, but yeah.
She thought about fleeing, but something always stopped her.
What the hell is that? Like she just. What the hell? Wait, hold on. She's like, handle them. But wait. So she
thought about fleeing, but something always stopped her.
Like, get off my dick, bro.
Because the singer could never turn her back on her audience. Or herself. The self that others protected. That wanted to protect others. That others forgave. That wanted to forgive others. That wanted to make her wishes come true. The self that wanted to make others' wishes come true. For every self, for every wish, she couldn't give up.
Miss, I also want to sing on stage and sing for Miss Robin. Can my wish come true?
Of course it can. Let's start now. The songs you sing, she will absolutely love them.
Thank you,
So
Miss
is-
Robin. I want to be a doctor. I want to keep singing when I grow up. The fighting's almost over.
Brother, our wish is slowly coming true.
This is the end of our interview. It is reported that Miss Robin has now left for Penacony. Dear friends, we hope to see you again on the planet of festivities.
Oh my god, everything is going down on the planet of festivities. She's gone to the Penacony for the planet of festivities, obviously. And also, is she just like a teacher now, or does she still have like different identities? I mean, she looks the exact same as on TV, and they know that she's Miss Robin. So I don't know why she's talking about like that in third person or whatever. This is cool, but she's a teacher, obviously a singer too, and also she's like, now she's going to Penacony. Does she know about, did Black Swan tell her about what was going on, and maybe she's gonna go help, right? Help what's going on there. Oh, everything's going on down there, bro, because Ifrit's gonna attack there. Holy man, it's all going down. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is the last one of this part. Again, let me know if I'm missing any, but we should be good, but let me know anyways. This is Myriad Celestia trailer, presently beneath a shared sky of stars. Go.
Command, this is AR-26710. Please respond. I don't think they'll respond. What should we do? We're the only survivors around. No matter what, we have to get in touch with the others. Huh?
If that's the case, it'll be faster this way, right?
Hey, you.
I understand. Article 4 of Glamoth's military regulations.
This literally
The cockpit
reminds me of
is
Ava.
strictly prohibited.
This way, we'll be discovered very quickly. Even though we'll be punished.
That
They're
can't
li-
be helped.
Those literally look like Ava's. Same thing.
How many times is this for you now? Leaving the cockpit like this.
Article 2 of Flamoth's military regulations.
Oh my god.
Remain on guard.
Damn.
Article 4. Leaving the cockpit is strictly prohibited. Do you have a death wish?
A Firefly Type 5 personal escort model. Very nice.
You're the odd one out now.
Oh shit, they're gonna jump him?
Command either. Why
They're gonna
don't
jump?
you join us?
No thanks. I'll just pretend I didn't see anything.
What's this? I picked it up on the battlefield. It seems to be a civilian device. Even though it's no longer working. And the lens is scratched. If you look through the lens, it feels like looking at a whole different world.
Lens? No wonder you wear those weird goggles.
I have other reasons too. If everyone looked the same, how would we tell each other apart? Your hair is very unique. Thank you. I've been growing it out. The length is also proof of your experience. But sometimes it gets in my eyes. I'm not sure if I should put it up. Your turn. Are you really not going to say anything?
Comms are back up. Article 8. Surviving knights should immediately return to their units.
Article 8.
Looks nice. It really suits you.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot.
On the next battlefield.
Wow.
Will we see each other again? Probably not. What if the war ends? Then we should
Damn.
be able to find each other.
What should I say? I wish us all a triumphant return.
Oh. Damn. That was so cinematic at the end, bro. With them like just staring and looking at the sky, and then they're taking off to their different battlefields or whatever. That was so cinematic. Is that Black Swan? I thought that was a silhouette of a person. I think that's a silhouette of Black Swan, maybe. I think maybe that might be a fucking reach and a half. That might be a crazy reach, actually. But it just looked like a silhouette of a person. Yeah, I'm fucking reaching, I think. Anyways. Yeah, forget what I said. That was the last one, though. Yeah. That was... Yeah, these were very good. I really enjoyed these. Part 2 will be finishing off the rest of them, so stay tuned for that. Also, consider checking out the Patreon, where you can catch full uncut access reactions to movies like... I just checked out 100 Meters, which should already be up by now. I think this is my longest video to date, bro. This is almost 2 hours, bro. I mean, more than 2 hours. Almost 2.5 hours. Crazy. But editing, it'll probably be cut up a bit more, but I think it'll still be over 2 hours. Regardless, though, if you guys liked the video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.